uniform. We have rain. We've got a bit of a breeze. A little chilly on the final day of May. And we have a face-off battle with two good ones. Joe Nardella and Mike Sisselberger. Maryland. Eden Carroll almost got away. Pennell with the shot clock inside of 20. Pennell with a bouncer on a shot out of bounds matchup against Bo Pedersen. Malone Serpents around the crease. Looked like he was held, and he scores anyway.
What I love about this attack unit between Malone, Pennell, and Rambo, they all count who's had double-digit goals a season ago with both his natural left hand and his off right hand. Just shows you the versatility to use some strength there too, Ryan.
The body control, I mean, he's getting held up. Pedersen's got a crowbar on him.
I think the question for the players will be how it impacts their pockets and this field surface.
Archers, rain or shine, it doesn't matter. They get on the board, their first goal of this 2025 season. Matt Moore.
Sam King dodged down the alley, a little help there by Matt Dunn. Moore recognizes that and sneaks behind the play. It's a beautiful skip pass there by King, and the vision to find Moore on the back door there.
Smith to Matt Brandow. Here's Adam Patra with the left hand. Dobson, the clean save. And a catapult ahead to Connor Marr. Woodward from the outside. Easy save there for Brendan Krebs. TJ Malone from the high wing. Slips inside. His shot saved by Dobson. Quick outlet to Piper Bond.
Seconds left. That's where he's at his best. No one in the league's better in a late shot clock scenario going to the rack than 5 in orange.
Connor Fields, his shot saved by Krebs. Rebound loose. It's picked up by Christian Mazer, rookie a Greyhound. Now Aiden Carroll. First round pick out of Georgetown. To Pennell. Dobson got a piece. Wet turf. Dobson collides with Rambo. Archer's former league MVP. His shot saved by Dobson.
And Dobson bailed out rookie Brendan Lavelle. Rambo looked just back last year. Bo Pedersen. He was the first short stick taken off the board as he buries one right on cue. They took him in the second round, the 13th overall pick. His line mates, Connor Marr, he was the first short stick the year before, also in the second. And a lot of these guys, including Pedersen, are former offensive midfielders. So there he flashes his two-way ability.
That's his offhand. 89 in orange, ripping shots with his left hand. I equate the short stick D-Midi to a lockdown corner. You're on an island all alone. Everyone's picking on you. How
lights on that one. Here's Aiden Carroll. Crease feed. Rob Pennell denied. Pennell's had a couple of good looks here. Still looking for his first point.
I mean,
Dobson, a member of the Whipsnakes.
Dobson.
Here's Fields. Ouch! Splash.
Beautiful find here by Matt Moore. Made Connor Fields.
Welcome home, the Albany legend. 5 in orange. Crushed it on this field for Scott Marr. He's back.
Dyson Williams is stopped. Excuse. Dobson's at 80%, 8 for 10 in goal. Brandow against the short stick Marr. Fires and scores. We're tied at 3.
It's here, he sweeps to the middle of the field. Good things happen when you get to the middle. You have the full 6x6. And he beats him down low before Dobson can get there.
Brandow is going to have to deliver. Big off-season trade. They got rid of Zed.
He's
got room to
his
operate
college
here.
ball here at Albany.
This is what he likes.
Likes the contact, spins inside. He's in the crease. Does the goal count? It does.
Sick
College
right
ball here at Albany.
This is what he likes.
Likes the contact, spins inside. He's in the crease. Does the goal count? It does.
Sees all that green. He's going to carry up, lean in, and then once he gets enough leverage, boom, he's gone.
He left his feet at a perfect time. Sometimes the best move Connor Fields makes is no move. Defenders just get so impatient because he sits there and waits, and then there's the overcompensation, and then bam, there's the counter. Patch you with his stick to the hip.
And that's where if I'm aiming, I want to take him out into space.
Yes.
Fields gets clobbered by Zappatello. Turns it over. Shot clock was winding down. Now it's picked up by Fields. Turned away by Krebs.
Oh, what a save by Krebs.
Pass.
Amen too. Schreiber against Jake Bernhardt. Save Krebs. We got a nimbus cloud. Out of it is Pinnell. Gives it up to Nardella. And Dobson took him a second to find it, but he made the stop. He is now at 75%, 9 for 12. 12 in white, Aiden Carroll, rookie first rounder from Georgetown. Now Malone ties the game at 4. Lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. He's lethal.
Case in point, you've got TJ Malone, the reigning rookie of the year, on a short stick. Hunt that matchup, get him the ball, and let him operate. Ultra aggressive on this possession, 2 shots, and he finally cashes in on the second one. You can see Dobson maybe a little frustrated afterwards. He thinks he might have had that one just based off his reaction. But I like the Whipsnakes finding that matchup, hunting it, and then going right at it, no messing around.
You know what I love about TJ Malone is he's got no natural habitat in his offensive approach. His first goal of the game was with his right.
In any kind of offensive rhythm, what needs to happen in the second half?
I think they need to do a better job identifying matchups and then being more efficient in terms of going at them. Sometimes there's, I think, extra passes occurring specifically on the Whipsnake side as opposed to where do we want to attack? Let's get the ball there and go and ride that matchup.
Malone, the rookie of the year a season ago, fires with the left hand.
Also think it's a matter of getting the ball in the right sticks too. It's Rob Pinnell, he's your quarterback for the Maryland Whips. Get the ball behind, and then when Utah has the ball, let's not get cute. Give it to Tom Schreiber. He's going to make good decisions.
12 in white, Aiden Carroll, rookie first rounder from Georgetown. Now Malone ties the game at 4. Lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. He's lethal.
Case in point, you've got TJ Malone, the reigning rookie of the year, on a short stick. Hunt that matchup, get him the ball, and let him operate. Ultra aggressive on this possession, 2 shots, and he finally cashes in on the second one. You can see Dobson maybe a little frustrated afterwards. He thinks he might have had that one just based off his reaction. But I like the Whipsnakes finding that matchup, hunting it, and then going right at it, no messing around.
You know what I love about TJ Malone is he's got no natural habitat in his offensive approach. His first goal of the game was with his right hand, bullying up on goal line extended. This time it was in space with his left hand. And over the years, whether it was at Penn State for Jeff Tambroni or if it's Jim Stagnita and the Maryland Whips, he always approaches defenders that way. There's no patterns in his game.
Malone has connected on 2 of his 4 shots. The rest of the Whipsnakes 2 for 19. Patra. This Whipsnakes team, some changes in the offseason. Zed Williams traded for Matt Brandow. Mike Chanenchuk retired. Those are 2 big outside threats. Patra misses, and Tucker Dordovic being injured. Those are 3 guys who can stretch the field, Ryan Horn, on the team right now.
And you look at the pending free agency of Jared Bernhardt and his connection to Maryland. You know, is this a potential landing spot? Because they certainly need some extra firepower in that midfield position. The whole lacrosse world waiting.
At the end of the day, and be happy for him wherever he lands.
Has he asked for your advice?
Yeah, we talked, but he has to do what's best for him.
Thank you. Not much information.
Very political.
Not much
They
information.
played that close to the vest. Family secrets, Quint. They're not spilling out.
I can imagine he's watching the games this weekend with his agent.
The next year, he's an option quarterback at Ferris State. You put a lacrosse stick in his hand, it's like a Ferrari with skill.
Incredible straight line speed.
Hey, Jake, is Jack
Where they have a clear need for a guy like that, he's the first. That would be the first landing spot that would come to mind for me.
Carroll looking for his first pro goal. Finished the season at Georgetown with a flourish. Net moves, the goal counts. TJ Malone with a hat trick.
It's a great call by the officials. The net moves, but the ball clearly passes the goal line.
And it's a beautiful drift here by TJ Malone, getting his defender caught in no man's land. You're going to see this underneath dodge by Carroll. The approach by Jeffrey, one false step, and Malone beats him to the opposite side. Incredible anticipation and finish by Malone.
Young man from Calgary. Pennell denied by Dobson.
And one thing in terms of personnel that the Whipsnakes could do is they could put another short stick on the wing.
Let's go under the helmet, presented by U.S. Bank.
When I carry, I look this way, right, to get that guy to move.
Yeah.
But don't move with him.
Yeah, gotcha.
You got to get yourself in that skip lane. So if he moves this way, you step into your right.
Yeah.
Get in that skip lane. It's a little spot feed.
Yeah.
Hammer it.
I got you. Run by people.
I mean, they're like in duo, like those sneaks on the pipes are open. Those one mores are open a lot.
Yeah.
Here we go. Keep hitting singles. Get on 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Hey, so yeah, your progression when you catch that in the top center from him, right? Your catching it. Your progression is like boom, like me bottom low, boom, and then that easy one more, right? They're getting tired already. You can tell they were pushing out. Now they're not. Yeah. Shmoo, you got to go. Shmoo, you got to get it. Yeah.
Whipsnakes have their first lead since it was 1-0. Offense dumps it up top. Puglisi looking for Rambo, who's been quiet. Malone, that got a piece of Dobson, but Malone was in the crease. Utah in this third quarter only has one shot compared to a threat from the outside. A lefty hammer. Plenty of time to shoot. Fields, who's got 2 of the Archers' 4. Fields, shot fakes his way, that trickles past Krebs. A hat trick for Fields in his homecoming, and we're tied at 5.
You probably remember when he was talking to Quinn at halftime, it's a feel thing. If he feels the front side pressure, he dips underneath to the roll. This time, he goes to the same spot, above goal line extended with the left. And then he feels the pressure from the backside, so then that's the opening to some front side glory here. And just a subtle dip of the stick when he feels Ajax Zapatel trying to drape all over him with a trail check. That is vintage Connor Fields.
It's the sixth sense of understanding when defensemen are going for that trail check.
Sent. TJ Malone. Randall wraps, angle denied, flag down.
Archer fouled, number 54, 1 minute, unnecessary roughness.
Back to your point about Nardella, he's been dominant so far today, but the Whipsnakes just aren't generating enough in the 32-second shot clock. They need a greater sense of urgency on these possessions.
Wow, that is a massive hit by Bond. That's Penn on Yale. 2 Ivy League rivals over the course of their careers. Little extra oomph.
Brought the living daylight. One knock on Ament in his career, just has not been able to stay healthy consistently.
It's not the first time he's had that hamstring nagging injury either.
Shot clock at 3, at 2. Fields dumps it away. Archers set up the defense. 5 seconds left in the third, tied at 5. Ament just told Chris Bates, I'm done. That's a big loss for Utah. Helmet is off for Grant Ament, who tweaked his hammy. We go to the fourth quarter in a rematch of last year's championship
move. But I think given how dominant Nardella is, you got to at least ask the question.
Fields makes his move toward goal line extended, defended by Zappatello. Now help from Jake Bernhardt, comes up with the takeaway. Shovels it forward to Muller. O'Keefe tried to knock it away. Puglisi.
You heard Rob Pennell say under the helmet, we can get these guys at the pipes. That's because of the high crease that Brett Dobson plays. The pipes, specifically off of quick passing, could be open.
Pennell quarterbacks the offense. Dumps it up top. Puglisi looking for Rambo, who's been quiet. Malone, that got a piece of Dobson, but Malone was in the crease. Utah in this third quarter only has 1 shot compared to 5 turnovers.
Chris, you got one shot in this third quarter. What needs to change on offense?
We need to get the ball moving here a little bit. It's dying in sticks. We're not generating shots. We've talked about, we got to make him make saves.
Who do you want to see initiate?
This should be Grant right here, although he's got a pulse, so Sam will run an invert right now.
Rookie against rookie. Sam King against Mazer.
LeClaire, Ryan, 50% shooting the ball last year. Tops in the leagues for regulars. 33% from 2.
Here's a chance. Fields splashes the top shelf. 4 goals for Connor Fields. And it's 6-5 Archers.
Left-handed wizard. He's at it again.
I just don't love this decision by Zappatello in transition. Freeze it right here. You're going to basically have this 3-on-2. You got 3 Archers players against the 2 Whipsnakes, and for some reason Zappatello is going to slide upfield. You got a short stick defensive midfielder, and meanwhile you got Connor Fields. So pick your poison. I'm letting the short stick D-Mitty take that shot, not Connor Fields. All due respect to Piper Bond. If you want to shoot from the outside, go ahead. You slide so far upfield, you leave Fields all by himself.
Yeah, and he gets Krebs guessing low. We talk about deception with Tom Schreiber. How about the deception from Connor Fields? The stick is low, his shoulders are high, and he rips it high past Dobson.
Maryland Ament looking for Fields. Now the shot clock down to 6. Another turnover.
Yeah, that invert that he spoke of, midfielders normally playing above the cage.
Jeffrey hung up. Jeffrey with a J, otherwise he'd be Warren G. Aiden Carroll, welcome to the PLL.
You can complain about the weather and the rain all you want, but when you get a goal and a heater like that, and the net goes splash, it's a thing of beauty from the rookie out of Georgetown.
100%. The Maryland Whips needed this goal desperately. They were 1 for their last 12 shooting. Give it to the sharpshooter, the rookie out of Georgetown. In 2 consecutive playoff games in the tournament this year in college, he had 14 combined goals. He blew up in the month of May. His draft status skyrocketed, Quint.
First goal, congratulations. What happened?
Brad set him up on the left wing. I had a shorty, set a pick, and rolled off it.
Suddenly the rain stopped as well.
I know. It's good luck.
The rainmaker or the rain stopper? We had curtains of rain peppering Casey Stadium just a few moments ago. Smith the other way. Numbers for the Whips. Puglisi all the way. Nobody picked him up. Dobson comes away with it. Puglisi flies into the cage.
Let's recap what just happened there. Dobson's a brick wall, but Stick did a cartwheel, and the ball didn't go in the net.
End-to-end action. Bodies are flying, sticks are flying.
For the way. Numbers for the Whips. Puglisi all the way. Nobody picked him up. Dobson comes away with it. Puglisi flies into the cage.
Let's recap what just happened there.
On Monday in the national championship game for Maryland against Cornell.
From Chris Bates' hometown.
Behind the back finish, Dyson Williams from Sam King put that on SportsCenter and put the Archers up a goal.
Sam King's had 2 elite passes. One time it was from up top. This time he goes to his natural attack spot. No grand amen. Where are you getting the passing from? Spot feed the Canadian. Front side pressure, some backside glory.
Aiden Carroll. Now Brandow. He's got a goal today. Carroll setting the pick. Brandow gets free and scores!
Been waiting for Brandow. They traded for him in the offseason, expecting a bigger role with this Whipsnakes crew than he had last year with Philadelphia. He's been coming out of the box, playing midfield. Here you can see the two-man game up top. He kind of just changes direction there, and I think there was a breakdown between Bond and Pedersen. Are we switching this or not? You can see Bond get kind of caught behind the wash there.
That was a great shot in terms of recognition on the high arc of Dobson. You mentioned it earlier. Where could the opening be? 5-hole. Brandow recognized this. Look at this, right between the legs.
Wickets. King to Schreiber, Captain America in crunch time. Gives Utah a 1-goal lead.
That's the second dime of a pass by Sam King, Ryan.
And again, I don't love the decision-making from Maryland's perspective. Not to take away from the King feed, but he comes flying out of the box. Squires is matched up on Schreiber, and he just leaves him. He leaves Schreiber to go play Sam King at the 2-point arc, and you can see all the space that's afforded Schreiber to unleash. This camera angle is beautiful look, and again, the explosion of water.
I love that. That's the best part of playing in the rain. And Schreiber's been quiet until you need him in crunch time.
And going back to draft day, right, we identified a need for archers on the right side.
Feeds inside, Patra gets demolished.
Look who got him.
Woodward
again. I mean,
picks up the ground ball.
You better know where he is off ball. And then once you start thinking about it, Clark, then that's where he's got you.
Here it is. Watch 81 in orange. Just lay the boom once again. That hurts. Like, those are the collisions you feel the next day.
Oh, yeah.
The whiplash.
King to Schreiber, Captain America in crunch time. Gives Utah a 1-goal lead.
That's the second dime.
Personnel on.
I would have rather had a 2-point lead with, I mean, you're already going to have 9 seconds left.
At 7 p.m. tonight on ESPN Plus, Boston Cannons, New York Atlas. Quint, looked like Grant Ament and Chris Bates got into a little something there.
They did. I don't think it was much. Grant was going after Matty Palem. But the strategy here now, with 1 second on the shot clock, Utah's going to give up possession. The strategy question is how they're going to ride this. Are they just going to drop back? And what are you doing if you're Maryland? Are you going to carry, or are you going to heave the ball towards the goal? And I want to ask Tony Resch, if they heave, what are some of the teaching points for your defense right here? Just take arms?
Yeah, you can't kind of ignore the ball and got to take sticks down. And
Dunn over to Malone. He slips. Precious seconds ticking off. Utah holds on for a 1-goal win. A rematch of last year's championship. And like 2024, Utah prevails 8-7 the final. Our games, Archers play again tonight against the Cannons as we go down to Q.
Connor, congratulations, another homecoming win for you. What do you think stood out in this low-scoring win?
I mean, it's a rematch from last year's championship, right? We knew it wasn't going to be easy by any means, but we're thankful we have that defense behind us, right? You always play with a lot more confidence and, looser when you have a defense like that behind you. So this was their win. They did it for us, and I'm just happy we could pick it up in the end.
Your success, what do you attribute your success in this game to?
I think, our team's success is that. It's as a team, right? I think the spacing out there, Coach Bates letting us play free, and just letting us be creative. I like to, play a little less traditional than most, but, I just have fun out there and, obviously play to win. So it was a fun one out there. It's fun playing with these guys. It's good to be back.
Thank you, Connor. Anish.
We still have more PLL lacrosse later tonight. It will be live